what is going on? So I figured I'd share a quick update with you as to what I am currently doing on my fitness journey. Honestly, I hate doing these types of videos because I hate talking about myself, but I figured by just sharing my journey, hopefully this helps, at least one person out there, and also shows you kind of a little bit of insight behind like how I execute things, and also to show you that, hey, I also walk the walk. I don't just talk the talk. I don't just give out a bunch of random advice and I don't execute on any of it. So more or less for the past year, year and a half, I have been hanging around maintenance, even a slight surplus, and just pretty much enjoying life. And it has finally come to that time where I feel like I do need to lose a little bit of body fat, and that's just because I want to get a little bit less fat. That's not to say that, I feel like I have to lose a lot of weight. I don't really. I'm still in a healthy like body weight range for myself. But in terms of body fat percentage, I look in the mirror, I'm like, hey, I could lose a little bit of fat. And if I'm being honest, my energy levels have been kind of like meh, and I feel like that's just as a result of me just putting on a little bit too much body fat. So I feel like if I cut down a little bit, I'm gonna feel a lot better in terms of energy level wise. So like in terms of like how I look, I don't really care all too much about that anymore. Like I have gotten all like shredded abs in the past, but now I really don't care. I just care more about my overall health and basically how I feel in my own body, and also my performance in the gym. That's pretty much the driving reason behind why I'm deciding to cut. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw up a quick physique update. So this is me right now. I am sitting around 179, 180, and I'm planning on cutting for anywhere between 4 to 6 or even 6+ weeks. I have a trip coming up in about 6 weeks or so. So hoping that, take some time off on that, enjoy that trip, and then hopefully get back onto it. I don't know. I don't really, like I said, I don't really have any planned duration for how long I'm going to be cutting, but we'll just kind of like play by ear, see what my results are at several weeks from now. As you can see, like I'm obviously not like fat, but I do have a little bit of body fat that I feel like I could lose. It would be nice to get a little bit leaner. I have been, if I'm being honest, I have been overindulging a little bit this past year and a half, so it'd be nice to kind of lean down a little bit, give myself a little bit more wiggle room so that, I can hop back into that maintenance, hop back into that surplus as soon as possible. Now, in terms of what I'm exactly doing, I am going pretty aggressive during this cut. I will be eating anywhere between 1,600 to 2,000 calories, which is a pretty steep deficit for me. Now, my maintenance is anywhere between 3,000, 3,300. So as you can imagine, that is a 1,000 calorie deficit, which is like a third of my calories gone. So that is a pretty steep deficit for me. And hopefully I can provide some answers or insight on that. But otherwise, I'm going to be mainly providing updates on my Instagram stories. So be sure to follow me there, turn on story notifications, and you can basically get a day-by-day play of how I'm going to be tackling this cut.